of the General Conference.
Okay, so what Kabelo is saying, it is true. Have we ever bluffed y'all and told y'all there's no apostasy? Y'all know we speak out against apostasy. We do that.
Yeah.
But we ever maintain the authority of God's church.
Yes.
We would never tell you to separate. We are against apostasy, but we for God's church.
Yes.
Now, I want to read a quotation which these men will never read to you. I want to read a quotation in Testimonies to Ministers, page 45, 49. She asks a question, has God no living church? Has God no living church? That's the question. He has a church, but it is the church militant and not the church triumphant. As there are difference between militant and triumphant. Militant means the church is in a fighting state. There are wheat and tears. There's a battle going on. We're actually told in early writings, page 217, I asked the meaning of the shaking I had seen. And I was shown it will be caused by the straight testimony called forth by the counsel of the true witness to the Laodiceans. This, she says, will have an effect upon the heart of the receiver and lead him to exalt the standard and pour forth the straight truth. Some will not bear the straight testimony. They will rise up against it, and this will cause a shaking amongst God's people. Now, friends, think of it. If we all separate, will there be a shaking amongst us? She says a shaking will be caused by someone standing up within the church and give a straight message.
There won't be.
There won't be a shaking because we're all on one accord here. So we need to be amongst those who don't believe what we believe. So that we can give the message. Do you know when the message is given as that faithful elder was gathered in? Faithful men and women in the church will be gathered in. They will be gathered in. Now she goes on. Watch this, friends. See what men are trying to do. They are actually showing the apostasy, friends. My heart is so sore as I watched. I said, Lord, these men, they appear so zealous. But they are actually doing harm to them. And they got thousands of followers. Thousands are eating this garbage. And they write to me now because they believe that messengers of present truth are on the same power with these ministries. So I felt it, Lord, I prayed. I said, Lord, what must be done? He says, deal with it. Remember when Ellen White saw there was an iceberg, she got the command, deal with it. Go forward. God says, deal with it. Make it clear that this is not your position. Show what's my position from Bible, spirits, or prophecy. Now she goes on, she says, now watch. She says, we are sorry that there are defective members, that there are tares amid the wheat. So is she saying, is she acknowledging that God's church has tares and wheat? So when men show you the apostasy, should you say, okay, now I need to leave? Or does inspiration and God tell us there would be apostasy? Yes, but does that mean that the Seventh-day Adventists is no more God's church? No. She says, although there are evils existing in the church, are there evils? Yes. And will be until the end of the world. The church in these last days is to be the light of the world that is polluted and demoralized by sin. And then the woman of God affirms. Brother Kabelo, end this for us. End this quotation. What does she say there?
The church enfeebled and defective, needing to be reproved, warned, and counseled. It is the only object on earth. Do you understand that saying? Like the only object on earth upon which Christ bestows his supreme regard.
So men that are attacking the church, they're actually disregarding God. And listen to what she says. The church, what? Strong? No. Enfeebled and defective. Needing to be reproved, warned, and counseled. And that's why this ministry exists. Because we're going to make a shift just now. Someone says, but your ministry, what about this? But we'll get there. One more quotation on this point. Here. She says, oh friends, this quotation speaks volumes. Let not the professed people of God think it a privilege to separate from conference organization. How clear can that be? Like, to me, this is so clear. Because there are men saying the conference in apostasy separate. Wrote it 1901. Let not the professed people of God think it a privilege to separate from conference organization, that they may show their supposed efficiency. This is entirely opposed to God's order. There is need of perfect unity and love. And this will appear when we learn of Jesus.
Yes.
Are you following, beloved?